Once again, don't hit yourself in the face.
Oh, so good. And you can feel how you're pulling this way, rotating the other way.
I almost popped myself in the face.
After all those warnings.
Right? Even a seasoned pro can pop themselves in the face, so don't worry. Your client may actually enjoy it.
Yeah. My arm loves you. So.
Right? All right, guys, so we're gonna go back in and I'm gonna grab the forearm with my hands right above the elbow. And you know, like I said last time, it's nice to give a little compressions to the forearm. Use the arm to lift up and put your feet underneath the scapula. And we'll go in and we'll warm these muscles up. You might need to move your bottom back a little bit.
Feels so good. Feel all that movement in my shoulder girdle.
All right, guys, then we slide down once again, coming in. And I always make sure that when I'm coming in that I'm not pinching. It's really easy to come in when you're coming in here or even coming in with your toes to pinch, and that does not feel good. So be aware to kind of lift up your client or receiver's arm before getting going. Pressure's okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I did warm Danielle up a little bit because I knew that she's a little sensitive to pressure and I didn't want to just jump in. So she's been a little warmed up. But again, just to control the pressure here, you can just go side to side. You can more dig in if your receiver can handle that. No, we'll keep it light on the toes. And once again, you can kind of find a good spot with some tension.
Aries. Oh, that feels so good.
We'll come in, move your right foot down to the hip, and then here's where we need to be careful to not pinch, kind of lift up, right? So now her arm is supporting. You can see I'm falling off the mat backwards. If that does happen, you can always ask your receiver to move, but I'm not going to ask you to. Or you can give yourself a little mat. So I used one of the blankets to give myself just a little extra room. But typically your receiver will not care to just bump over a little bit. I'm trying to show you different ways that we can adapt to different situations. So again, I'm going to come in and like jostle. Just because we're working the arms and hands does not mean we can't warm up the hips a little bit. You could do some myofascial to the arm. You can even sit here and do some different movements to kind of work the arms.
So good.
Being aware that your person's pressure sensitive as I'm being crazy. Basically, I'm pinning the muscle with my thumb as I'm rotating with my hand, a pin and stretch technique. I'm gonna come in. You can even do a little pin.
Oh, yeah.
As I do this, just remember the fingertips. Straighten them out a little bit. You can even sit here and do a rotation. Also remembering that you have a hand right next to your body, so be aware as to where you put things.
That's so good.
Like just kind of pull on the thumb. as my left hand is slowly tracing down her forearm. So as I'm working this thumb, I'm grabbing it and I'm working all this pad, right? So you pull, you can like, it's milking, you're like milking the hand. But don't forget you've got your feet kicking over here. It's like driving a standard or driving a motorcycle. There's like all these different things going on at once, but it's fantastic. We check out the anatomy of the hand. I don't know if I've put that up quite yet, but you can see there's a lot of different muscles in our hands. Not the little guys. Most massages, you ask them for hand and arm work, they breeze over it pretty quickly. So it's nice that doing Thai massage, we can really take some time, work all the different areas at the same time. You can trace between each finger. Oh, I need to hurry up. All right. Once again, stepping on the gas. Got your heel in place. Keep an eye on the hand. Checking in with my client, my receiver. She's doing some active movement as I have my compression in. Once again, as we get towards the hand, the muscles get thinner, maybe more tender. So be aware as you apply pressure. Oh, come on. Using your left hand to keep the hand open. I brought my right foot into the middle of the forearm. It was an area where I found a lot of tissue that was like dense. So I kind of wanted to settle there and just give a nice long compression. See about getting that to release. And slowly coming out. And we'll go into sideline to complete. And once again, perfect. My receiver moved the pillow up for me.
You got Trina.
Yeah. So there's many ways you can pull. As I've shown before, you can cup your hands, pull back on the shoulder. I had my left hand supporting her elbow, my right hand pulling at the shoulder. Just do what feels natural. Just trying to give a little length. I'm going to come in with a loose fist. Right hand supporting her arm. Be aware to not hit your client in the face with their own hand, because that's not nice.
That cuff's extra too.
Unless they deserve it, then pop, pop. No, just kidding. And same thing, once you feel like it's been warmed up properly, you can come in with a soft forearm. Go back and forth, warming up the tissue. A little much? Better there? You're welcome. And then you can come in after the tissue is nice and warm, after you've sit here and spent a little time warming everything up, You can come in and do some detail work where you find some dense tissue and just kind of settle there. Take a deep breath in, open it up. Right? There's many things we can do to kind of go in here and do some detail.
And even as a pressure sissy, you're doing amazing at finding all of those little spots that are not hurting.
Oh, great. I lean in and I'm opening this area up, trying to give some separation here. I'll come in, you know, depending on what's going on with your receiver, you can come in and kind of go more towards the back. You can come up here more in the shoulder cuff. And after you've done all your detail work, come back and give your receiver a little stretch. Remembering that we haven't done a lot of work to the back, to the hips, so just be very gentle. I like to kind of warm up, just gentle pulls. I'm opening the pec. I love myofascial, so I always throw it in. Just kind of opening. Bringing the left foot in right underneath the scapula. Deep breath. And deep breath in. And the same as last, I like to kind of come in and finish, giving a little length to her neck, giving more attention to the hand and arm. There's another time where you could come in and do a little more detail work to the hand if that's what you wanted to do. For us, this is about right on time.